along with Plague Doctor and Dreamer. We're going to be playing some War Thunder today, running into 1.3 up down to reserves. We are Battle Buddies Incorporated.
Only the tip.
Yeah.
So let's jump right in. We all have a similar lineup, running 1.3s to reserves. We'll probably all be using the BT-7, really popular Russian tank. Really fast, which is why most people like it.
NASCAR.
Pretty much.
It's like a go-kart with a gun on meth.
Alrighty.
No, you were late.
Let's do this. It. Bump, 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 bump. We are ready.
Waiting on you. Gotta ready up, man. Come on.
Come on, David.
Wait, oh, it's me?
Yeah.
It's you.
Wow, my actually thing says. Hold on, I think there might be some sort of
Witchcraft?
Yes. Well, I don't know why, but it says I'm ready. Here, let me unready.
Let's try that
Okay.
again. We appear to know what we're doing, but sometimes we don't.
It's the scotch.
Once the booze starts flowing, it's no hands barred.
Wait, there's hands involved?
Only once or twice.
Tijuana.
Alright,
Ever
let's
again.
jump right in.
So, what do you guys think about your first time playing War Thunder? Like, first day.
So honestly, first time, me and Dave actually started playing, and that was back when they only had aircraft. Nowadays, they actually have aircraft, armored vehicles, as well as ships. So me and Dave climbed the ranks here through aircraft and got pretty proficient. I mean, it was new, it was different, because we all came from World of Tanks. I'm sure a lot of the people know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Evil Soviet game.
I mean, what did you think, Dave, when we first jumped into War Thunder?
I was actually amazed by it just because, the graphics were better and there wasn't a hit bar, so it actually felt like you were doing something.
Yeah, it was interesting to me that, it's more focused on realism as opposed to, I mean, like World of Tanks, where everybody has hit points and you only do so much damage per shot. I mean, in this game, it was pretty refreshing that it actually felt like combat, where you could actually kill someone with a single shot.
Yeah. I remember coming from World of Tanks, and from that one squad, Iron Coffins.
KIC,
Which is now disbanded.
RIP.
Rip. So it was. I got into it. Shoot, man, I had like a janky ass computer too. I was running like a Dell. A Dell 700 something, 790 or something like that. It was a janky ass computer, barely keeping up, like ultra low settings and everything. And that was my introduction into actually
I
gaming.
remember an instance where you had said, "What's that blob moving across the screen?" and I had to totally identify.
I had no idea what's going on. What's going on? How do you use these tanks? I'm a novice.
Poland,
So
I have
jumping
fond
into
memory.
Poland.
Poland.
What do you think, guys? Start in the north.
Yes, let's go to the city.
I'm gonna hurt them.
So go
I think,
C then A.
I don't know. Sometimes we load in and those are all mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ABC. So we're going for A.
Then B, then C.
My God, I just realized maybe Poland's dyslexic. Oh, it's fixed itself. Nice.
Not that we have a problem with dyslexia or anything. I'm kind of that way myself. Don't mind me. I'll
Yes.
mix up my words here and there.
Yes.
So obviously the nice thing in a lot of low tiers, most of your vehicles are pretty quick. You can just about frickin' pen anything with any vehicle for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Little known side fact: all Russian tanks come with a utility log.
What? Mine
All
doesn't.
Russian tanks.
You cut out at the
Oh
end.
well, you got the discount one.
No pop onion here.
I have a utility log along with a utility blanket.
I'm pretty sure my crew is just
Leroy Jenkins.
So it looks like we're capping A. I'm gonna go ahead and cover this other side here. Something to keep in mind with War Thunder, like I said earlier, based on the realistic nature of the game, there are quite a few buildings and
Nice.
walls that you can punch straight through. So you gotta find some hard cover to keep yourself safe.
Yep. Just because you're behind a building doesn't mean you're safe.
Nope.
That is
I will figure out a way how to get you.
Yeah. You'll just splash the whole area with the biggest gun you can find.
And believe me, even if you're starting in reserves or if you worked your way all the way up to tier 10, I will kill you with a Sturmpanzer. I don't
There is no discrimination for the Sturmpanzer.
No discrimination.
Knocked out a French tank.
Oh! Got hit by on the left flank.
Knocked out another French tank.
Oh. I'm getting hit by their spawners. I gotta get out of town.
So for any new players out there, something to keep in mind, as we are at the moment, we normally don't go quite this slow. We're usually around the 4.7 rank.
Mm-hmm.
But
We just like going low because we feel froggy.
yeah, and you know the interesting thing about dropping tiers, there's nothing wrong with dropping tiers. It's just like a lot of other games. You play the beginning vehicles just for kicks and giggles.
Yes. Yes, you do. Which is always good because, you know, sometimes you just like a vehicle and you want to go back to it. You know, refresher. It's sometimes lower tiers is more fun than higher tiers just because with higher tiers tanks tend to be a bit more expensive, especially if you get one-shotted and you have like a hundred. Like I don't know what is the biggest repair for a tank, like 50 lions, 50k lions or something like that.
I think it's more than that.
Like 100. I don't know. Sometimes you're just like you're running broke. You gotta go low tier.
Yeah, you jump in the low tiers, make a little bit of money, have fun. Low tiers in this game are really easy to jump into. This game actually started to put in tanks with Russians and Germans.
And that was a few years back. That was what, 2013? 2012?
But something to keep in mind. I mean, just like any other game, find your cover.
Mm-hmm.
That is always your biggest asset. Find your cover, know what you can kill. And I mean, like I said before, the lower tiers just about everything can kill everything as long as
Yeah,
you
so it's a
push.
little bit fun. It's a little bit arcade as far as like point, shoot, and boom. But as far as you start up tiering, you need to like start knowing your tank anatomies. Start hitting those sweet spots.
You're not gonna have a good time if you decide to go Soviet about it and go tank make a guy go boop.
Yeah, generally in the higher tiers, it's a little difficult. You gotta know, what your gun can shoot through, how much penetration the shells have. Now, what shell is actually the best to use for the most damage, but also a moderate amount of penetration? Some of our favorite vehicles, we actually run usually like Tiger 2s, even a little bit lower, the original Tigers, some of the Hetzers, vehicles like that. But around those tiers is where you start learning your tank anatomy. Unless you're like us, a lot between me and Dave, we know a lot of World War II history. So we've known a lot of the weak spots of certain vehicles before we actually even played this game. And something that War Thunder does is they put every vehicle in a battle rating. So, I mean, Tiger 2s actually, because they're such a strong vehicle, they're actually normally running up against post-war tanks, so Korea.
Mhm. This is true, but it also makes it exciting because you're learning things and having fun.
Oh, exactly. I mean, honestly, there is a lot I've learned in playing this game. I mean, I was always a huge World War II buff beforehand, but I mean, jumping into this game and learning about vehicles that I had no idea even existed, because I focused mostly on German and Russian history, the Eastern Front,
Right.
and I dabbled in the British side of things a little bit, just being a big fan of the Churchill series myself. But I mean, also I've played games like Company of Heroes 2, the Men of War series, which also is a fairly realistic World War II game, but it's more of an RTS.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, and I'm gonna date myself. I
All
learned
right.
about World War II to start with from a board game.
Jeez.
Panzer Commander by Avalon Hill. That if I remember right, that thing was from like the 70s.
I think my exposure to like World War II or any of it, any of like tank battles was like that movie Battle of the Bulge.
Oh, that old one
Mm-hmm.
where all the German tanks were like freaking patents.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And I was like,
I
oh
remember
snaps!
that movie. Even though I'm the youngest one of the three of us, I remember that movie.
Then watching the Memphis Belle as that B-17.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, I found out what Nazis were when I went to go see the Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade in theaters.
Yep. That was my first exposure to Nazism. And like, wow, these guys are
I didn't
nuts.
get to,
These guys are anal retentive, but they get a lot of cool stuff.
especially when they started with like the World War One. Even though they had a captured British World War One, what was it? What are those called?
Oh,
Got the cannon on either side.
I'm trying to remember what it is.
Regardless, we all know what we're talking about. I'm sure one of us will look it up here in a minute.
Oh no, no,
Figure
it
out.
wasn't. That wasn't captured. It was a gift. They paid many shiny pennies for that thing.
Oh, I'm sure.
Remember, they showed up and they dropped this giant, like 3 chests full of like gold and diamonds, and then he's like, "You will have horses. You will have guns. Oh, by the way, tanks."
Here's a tank. You know, and of course, the Indu series was property of LucasArts.
Yeah.
Which
Damn
most
you,
people-
Disney.
Run. Disney's taking over everything now.
yeah, it really is.
You seen their new streaming service? What is it, Disney Go or something like that?
They can go right to hell. That's what I
Where
say.
they're gonna have all their Disney movies, like they're gonna pull them from whatever streaming services they have now and just put them there. And then, like, if you want to stream it on some other platform, like say Netflix or Hulu, then they have to pay buku dollars.
Hey, don't be jealous because I have 9 kills already.
Nice.
I just like to say, who gave you the opportunity to kill those 9 people? Me, running through the entire lines like a bear.
Well, you know, if you want to get yourself killed and I play conservatively, that's on you.
All I gotta say is, they all looked at me. Don't be jelly.
I don't know. Half of them were looking at me when I killed them. Smacked his commander. Good hit.
I'm just playing the objective.
Hey, look at this. We have Klaus.
Oh, man, look at that. Class 15. Hey, I don't know you, but, you know.
Oh, that hold on. That guy, that guy's got his toe hook on. I was gonna pull him.
Yeah, I was gonna go hook up to him and drag him around.